facing Denver, but we've had to make a switch due to personnel and due to us taking our little break until next Thursday. More on that in a moment. We've changed some coverage maps here. We've added a couple of teams, and we had planned after the new year to launch 2 new shows, including the Afternoon Locker Room. I will safely tell you, and I will confirm, that has changed, because in talking with a dear friend of mine who's going to join me, who I hope to have join me for the second hour as we do our picks, it needs to be more consistent. That is the one word that this gentleman kept hammering in my head. You got to be consistent, B. You got to be consistent. And I think y'all already know where I'm going with this. So instead of having the Afternoon Locker Room come back on Monday, we're going to delay the Afternoon Locker Room until we get a couple of more people in place, but it is on the way back. We got 2 other new shows in the works, and we have some sports-specific shows in the works that will begin with soccer and also with baseball, and that will come in the spring of 2014. So again, to recap, for tomorrow, we'll be in Michigan City as the Blazers host the Meteors of De La Salle Institute. That's a 6 o'clock tip-off, and we'll be up at 5:45 with our pregame show, and yours truly will have the call and take you all the way start to finish. And then our last program of the calendar year is Monday morning, when we have Snowman in the Morning to close out the year. That'll be from 7 to 9 Central Time, 8 to 10 Eastern Time. So that's the ASN Digest presented by American Family Insurance of Maryville, Indiana. Worried about your insurance? Need to get everything covered? Give a call to my good friend Joel Drassich at 219-945-3040 and find out how you can get all of your insurance under one roof. That is American Family Insurance of Maryville, and Snowman in the Morning, presented in part by American Family Insurance of Maryville, and also presented in part by Fusion Ions Bands. Fusion Ions reminds you to live your best. Visit FusionIons.com for more information. You may have heard in Rusty's morning wrap, Northern Illinois lost their last 2 games, and they only scored a total of 41 points in those last 2 games. 27 against Bowling Green when Bowling Green upset NIU, and only 14 last night. What seemed to be the most powerful offense in the nation, I'm not going to say they looked putrid. They did not look putrid. They just ran up against 2 teams that were totally determined to shut them down. So kudos to Bowling Green and to Utah State for doing that, and kudos to Northern Illinois for the run that they've had the past 2 years under quarterback Jordan Lynch, and our congratulations to him on an absolutely wonderful season. Now then, let's talk a little college basketball, but we're going to do this swamp style. Everybody has their rankings, and everybody bases their rankings off of the big boys, ESPN, the AP, and things like that. Well, you know what? We have our ranking system too. And this ranking system comes courtesy of KevinHoranRankings.com. Who's Kevin Horan? He's the Swamp Rat. You've heard him on the Afternoon Locker Room with me, talking all kinds of college sports. And he has his own system that basically says merit, not name. Man, this is going to be fun. And what we're going to do, we're going to feature Kevin Horan's rankings for different sports on the website. We're updating that as we speak. And every week, we're going to look at the basketball polls, and we will also take you through it. And I've been invited, I should say, to appear on his show, Swamp's Collegiate Sports Show, that you hear every Wednesday night. I have been invited to appear on his show this coming week. Instead of Wednesday, of course, that being New Year's Day, you'll hear Swamp's Collegiate Sports Show on Friday. So I forgot to make that note also, and Josh Hammers is like yelling through his teeth at me. Through his teeth, through the Red Bull and the coffee, that I didn't make that note. So I apologize for that. Swamp's Collegiate Sports Show, instead of being on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, it'll be on Friday. Now then, time for some top 25. And again, we take these take these rankings from KevinHoranRankings.com. And I'll tell you what, I love looking at Swamp Rat's rankings every time I get a chance. And the reason I love looking at him is because he does it the right way. Merit, not name. So let's do this. Starting at 25 and counting backwards. At 25 is Clemson. They were not ranked last week, and they are off this coming week for the holiday. At 24, the Friars of Providence, which will see Ryan Facekas of Marquette Catholic in 2 years. They were not ranked last week, and they will play the University of Massachusetts. At 23, we see the Iowa Hawkeyes, and looking at their ranking, they dropped from the fifth spot all the way to 23rd. Kind of scary, isn't it? Kind of scary. At 22, the Colonials of George Washington. So the Colonial League makes an appearance. They'll play Saturday at Hofstra. At 21, the Shockers of Wichita State, dropping from 15. G-Dub dropping from 16. At number 20, we see the Demon Deacons of Wake Forest, another unranked team. They will play Saturday at Xavier. At 19, you have the Toledo Rockets, and they will play Saturday versus Coppin State. The third of three straight unranked teams comes in at number 18, and they are the Billikens of St. Louis University. They have the week off, and they will have this week off as well. In front of them, dropping 3 spots in front of them to number 17, the Oregon Ducks. They were off last week as well. At 16, representing the Southeast Conference, the Missouri Tigers. They will play Saturday at North Carolina State, and Missouri dropped from 13. At 15, everybody's consensus number 1 until North Carolina kicked them in the mouth. Sorry, Nick Dowd. The Michigan State Spartans. They'll play Saturday versus the Privateers of New Orleans. And Michigan State making their debut in the rankings, as they were not ranked last week. In the 12th spot, or in the 14th spot, I should say, is Massachusetts. And they face off against Providence. You heard the notes on that earlier. Massachusetts dropping 2 spots. At 13, the Buffaloes of Colorado from the Pac-12. They will play Saturday against the Georgia Bulldogs of the SEC. And taking the new number 12 spot, the Manhattan Jaspers. They have the week off, and they're entering the rankings as they were unranked last week. Dropping 3 to number 11, the Sun Devils of Arizona State from the Pac-12. They'll play UC Irvine on Saturday. At the 10, as we get into the top 10 features the Villanova Wildcats. They will play Syracuse Saturday at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. God, the Big East is taking a beating. And speaking of Syracuse, they're in front of Villanova at number 9. And they host the Syracuse Orangemen. They host the Villanova Wildcats on Saturday. At number 8, the Pittsburgh Panthers. They have the week off, and they dropped a spot. Moving up 10 to the number 7 spot, the Oklahoma Sooners. For the holiday week, they have the week off. At number 6, the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. How about that? So we got 2 Oklahoma teams, and we got 2 Pac-12 teams, and a couple Big Ten teams as well. At number 5, the defending national champion Louisville Cardinals. They will go to Kentucky and take on the Wildcats at Rupp Arena. At number 4 and maintaining at number 4, the Fighting Illini of Illinois. And they're going to have a fun one this Saturday at the United Center at 1 o'clock when they take on the UIC Flames. So everybody in Flames Nation getting ready for that one at the UC. That's 1 o'clock Saturday at the United Center, Flames and Fighting Illini. At number 3, the Ohio State Buckeyes. They'll play Louisiana Monroe tonight. At number 2, the Arizona Wildcats. And for the 4th week in a row, at number 1, the Wisconsin Badgers. They'll play Saturday versus Prairie View A&M. And that is Swamp's men's top 25. And you can find all the rankings on KevinHaranRankings.com as we get ourselves comfortable here. I know we're due for a break, but when we come back from a break, I'll tell you the women's top 25, and that's going to be a fun one as well. Snowman in the Morning, available on iTunes. Go to iTunes.com, search Snowman in the Morning, and subscribe to the free podcast. Snowman in the Morning, in your ears with honest sports talk. This is Snowman in the Morning on the Arena Sports Network and thearenasportsnetwork.com. I'll be back. Have you ever wanted your own phone app but thought it was too expensive? Here is something even better. The best custom mobile page QR system in the world, designed for smartphones, iPhones, and tablets. Have the business card of the future for our mobile world. It includes your own customizable mobile page with unlimited flexibility, your contact info, YouTube channel, videos, events, specials, audio, and more, all on your mobile page. Your own back office so you can make real-time, unlimited updates and changes as often and as much as you want. One code is all you will ever need as you change anything in real time from your back office. This is your business card on all ads, Facebook, t-shirts, flyers, and doorways everywhere. All of this for $99.90 a year plus a $3 payment fee. Visit www.qr2015.net for more information or call 312-802-1208. That's 312-802-1208. The future is in your hands. Call or visit online today. Hey, everybody, this is Brian Snow of the Arena Sports Network. Listen, it's the new year. The New Year's here, and I know you're going to be going out to party. And I'm talking to all the gentlemen, and you want to be nice while you're doing it. So here's what you do. You pay a visit to my friends at Men's Warehouse on Monroe and State, and they will get you hooked up with the best outfits so you can look your absolute best as you get ready to ring in 2014. Hey, isn't it time that you look good? Isn't it time that you had fun for yourself? And isn't it time that you made an impression on quite a few people? Pay a visit to my friends at Men's Warehouse on Monroe and State in downtown Chicago, or you can find them out more at menswarehouse.com. You're going to like the way you look. They guarantee it.
Hey, I'm Charles Tillman, cornerback for your Chicago Bears. I've tackled a lot in my life, but nothing more difficult than waiting for my daughter to receive a life-saving heart transplant. Thanks to the selfless gift of another human being, my wife and I get to hold our daughter each and every day. You too can help give someone a second chance at life. As a registered organ donor, you can help save the lives of more than 25 people. Be a team player. Register to be an organ and tissue donor at donatelifeillinois.org.
My name is Matt Rencars, and I'm the founder of Fusion Ions. We are so confident that you're going to love our bands. We want you to try one risk-free so you can see for yourself how powerful these bands really are. Don't wait. Go to FusionIons.com to find out how you can receive your very own free Fusion Ions band. Take advantage before they are gone. FusionIons.com. That's FusionIons.com.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
somehow I had to work this song into